Forget the intro, let's get straight to it. Level 1. The Shahed 136, the drone that cost $20,000 to build and started showing up in pieces of $10 million air defense systems. It looks like a large model airplane, 2.5-meter wingspan, a lawnmower engine in the back, basic GPS, no stealth, no fancy sensors. It just flies straight into a target and explodes. So why does it matter? Because shooting one down costs $140,000 in missiles. Iran can send dozens, lose many, and still gain an economic advantage, according to defense analysts. Every interception bleeds the enemy's defense budget dry. That's the entire strategy. Not precision, just volume. Reports suggest the engine design is based on modified commercial components, legally exported, sitting inside a weapon that knocked out power grids and heating systems across Ukraine in winter. Despite sanctions, reports indicate Iran adapted widely available components to continue development. Russia later deployed a similar drone system known as the Geran 2, widely believed to be based on the same design. It's level 1, not because it's weak, but because it looks weak, and that's exactly the point. Level 2, the Shahed 129. This is where Western analysts stopped laughing and started paying attention. If the 136 was a flying pipe bomb, the 129 is an actual military drone, 8-meter wingspan, 24-hour flight time, can carry guided missiles, not just crash into things. This is Iran's answer to the American Predator drone, and it's not a bad answer. The 129 can fly 1,700 kilometers from its launch point. That means it can sit above a battlefield, watch everything happening below, and then strike a specific target with a guided munition. That's a completely different level of threat. You're not just stopping a swarm anymore, you're dealing with something that hunts. According to multiple reports, the drone has been used in operations in Syria. It flew surveillance missions, tracked movements, and supported ground operations in ways that a $20,000 kamikaze drone simply cannot do. It gave Iran real battlefield awareness for the first time from the air. It's not perfect, it's slower than most military jets and visible on radar, but for the money and under sanctions, it's the moment Iran's drone program stopped being a joke. Level 3. The Shahed 191. Quiet, small, designed to go where it's not supposed to be. This is where Iran stopped copying others and started doing something original. The 191 has a flying wing design, meaning no tail, no obvious shape that radar expects to see. It's not fully stealth, but it's significantly harder to detect than anything Iran had built before. It carries precision-guided munitions, just like the 129, but the difference is it can actually get close enough to use them without being spotted first. Range sits around 1,500 kilometers, small enough to launch from unexpected locations, smart enough to pick specific targets. This is the drone that made Gulf states genuinely nervous, not because it's the fastest or the biggest, because it's quiet and precise in a region where most air defense systems are pointed at the sky looking for something obvious. Iran used a variant of this design in the attack on Saudi Aramco oil facilities in 2019, 17 strikes. The attack temporarily disrupted a significant portion of Saudi oil production, according to global reports. Despite existing air defense systems, the attack highlighted potential gaps in detection and response. Level 3. The Shahed 149 Gaza. No cheap tricks, no swarm tactics, just pure, we built this ourselves in drone form. This is Iran's most capable combat drone. 35-hour flight time, can carry up to 13 guided munitions at once. Wingspan close to a real military aircraft. This isn't a drone that crashes into things or flies one mission and disappears. This is a drone that takes off, completes a full combat mission, and comes back home to fly again tomorrow. The Gaza can fly 2,000 kilometers from launch point while carrying a weapons load that rivals some manned aircraft. It can strike multiple targets in a single mission. That's not a drone program anymore. That's an air force on a budget. What makes it genuinely dangerous is persistence. It can loiter above a target area for over a day, waiting for the right moment. Enemy moves a vehicle convoy at 3 a.m. thinking nobody is watching? The Gaza is watching. Honest take? This is 60% of what a full military drone program produces for a fraction of the cost. The math only works if you're the guy whose supply line it just found at midnight. Level 5. The Mohajer 6. This one gets its own tier. It's not just a drone anymore, it's a geopolitical statement with wings. Here's what makes it different from everything above. The Mohajer 6 is fully exportable, and Iran is actively selling it. Azerbaijan used it in the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh War. It changed the outcome of that conflict in ways that military historians are still writing about. A small country with an Iranian drone program defeated a larger army with Russian equipment in 44 days. Specs-wise, 200-kilometer range, 6-hour flight time, carries 2 guided munitions. Nothing crazy on paper, but it's the only drone on this list that has already proven itself in a real conventional war between 2 actual armies, not just asymmetric conflicts or proxy battles. That real-world track record is worth more than any spec sheet. Militaries don't buy weapons because they look good. They buy what works when it actually matters. Iran figured out that exporting this drone spreads its influence without firing a single shot itself. Some analysts suggest that exporting such systems can increase Iran's strategic influence abroad. That's not a weapon. That's foreign policy with a propeller. Level 6. The Qarar. We've left drones and entered flying assets with a superiority complex. This is Iran's jet-powered combat drone. Not propeller, jet. It hits 900 kilometers per hour. That's faster than some fighter jets from the 1970s. It can carry anti-ship missiles, bombs, or be configured as a high-speed kamikaze weapon that nothing on this list comes close to matching in terms of raw speed. Range, 1,000 kilometers. Designed specifically to threaten naval vessels in the Persian Gulf. The entire strategic point of the Qarar is to make any aircraft carrier group think twice before entering Iranian waters. One carrier costs $13 billion. A Qarar costs a fraction of that and can potentially put a missile into it. The system has been referenced in defense discussions and threat assessments by analysts. That's not nothing. Most of these fly in air shows and military parades twice a year, so Iran can remind everyone they exist. But the capability is real. At 900 kilometers per hour, there is no time to think. Its speed significantly reduces reaction time for air defense systems. Only makes sense when speed is the only thing that matters and everything else is too slow to stop it. And that brings us to the verdict. And that's the full picture. The trap is level 1. Looks cheap, is cheap, but makes you spend $140,000 to stop a $20,000 drone. In many scenarios, analysts say the cost balance favors Iran. The sweet spot is levels 3 and 4. That's where the program stopped being a workaround and became a real military capability. Precision, range, persistence, all built under sanctions. Below level 3, it's a numbers game. Above level 4, it's foreign policy and naval strategy. Iran started with lawnmower engines and hardware store parts and ended up prompting many defense experts to rethink strategies around low-cost drone warfare on cheap drone warfare. The best drone is always the one that actually hits the target. Everything else is just metal in a hangar looking scary on a slide deck. If this broke it down better than your newsfeed, smash subscribe. No fluff, no cap. See you in the next one.